So remember when not too long ago, NECA Toys was actually sending out threatening emails to their customers over an issue that was very clearly their fault? For those of you who are not in the loop, basically what happened is, people bought the Donatello's Sewer Lab set, from, based on the TMNT cartoon, and it was around like 300 bucks or so. And for the people that only ordered one, they basically got another one for free. Well, obviously it was by an accident. It was a shipping issue where people were actually receiving doubles of what they purchased and all that. So of course they're thinking, okay, hey, I got another set or so. I'm not really thinking that it'd be too much of a problem. Little did anybody know that NECA actually did send out an email towards those people saying, that it was an accident and all that. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's become like a whole like other kind of situation at this point. There was a lot of YouTubers talking about it as well because, well, here's where the threatening part comes in, right? So even though they said that they would send out, like a shipping label to ship it back to them, not only that, they said that if they did not return the set in the next couple of weeks or so, they will be exempt from purchasing from their store. So it's like, okay, that's bad enough as it is. It's like, wait a minute, And then of course they gotta rub it in, and then they gotta be like, you're taking away from other people, who want the set, I guess. I don't know. To me, that's so ridiculous. I don't want to get off topic. Well, I'll say one thing for sure. I know my room's a bit of a mess right now, but I'm in the process of moving, so I do apologize for the very ugly background. Now, that's what I was saying. I remember when I made my video on it the other day, I mentioned this. I was like, wait a minute, did they not, like, make enough for everybody? And I'm like, wait a minute, this is obviously is an issue on their part, for sending out another one to you by an accident. So it's like, it's very clearly their fault, but to the shock of many, they actually doubled down on their decision, and then they were really like, oh no, and then I guess it got so bad where they were even threatening to like even not only exempt you from their purchasing from their website, but they would also, I guess, charge you again for the other set. I'm assuming. I don't really know how that goes. I'm assuming that that's probably depending on how you paid, online and stuff like that. So I'm like, wait a minute. So that's pretty bad, right? Now, shockingly, I found this on Reddit, right? It was on one of the weird NECA forums. Now, normally it's not, like no offense to anybody that loves Reddit or whatever. I wouldn't really see it too much of like a source to find information, but somebody actually went so far to do this. I was so shocked, and I just had to talk about it today. There was no way that I was just not gonna talk about it. I need to mention this, right? The person actually went as far as to actually look up the laws, and it's like, hey, do they have to send it back? So by law, guess what? By law, you actually don't have to do that. You can actually keep the item if you want to. And they even said it that it can even be like it could be even considered a gift to an extent, apparently. I don't know. I mean, I looked into it too, because I thought somebody was just messing around. I honestly thought that, not to sound rude or anything like that. I kind of thought the person was being a little bit disingenuous because, it's Reddit. You're going to find a good portion of people where it's like, I don't know, not the most friendliest people in the world. Trust me, I know that by experience. Trust me on that. So, yeah. And no, it is actually true that by law, you do not have to send them back the set, so it's like, hey, if they send it to you by an accident, that's their fault. So it's like, okay, if you want to send it back to them, okay, fine, that is completely up to you. But if you wanted to keep it, guess what? There's no law saying that you can't do that. So I can't believe I'm saying this, and sorry for moving my chair around, I'm literally sitting on a stool. That basically means that it looks like the law's on your side, just in case they try to come up with some other evil, dastardly plan, to kiss their own asses, pretty much, And it's, like I said, it's shocking to me. Like, it's so unfortunate that a company would just do this, honestly. Now don't get me wrong, when it comes to like corporate and all that, and like how it really is to work in the toy industry, I don't know, there has to be some kind of pressure, maybe some money loss on there, because obviously they gave away a product for free, which is, mind you, $300, and that's not even counting shipping. So I get it, that's pretty expensive. But at the same time, if you made the mistake of sending it to them, and mind you, for the people that were nice enough to be like, okay, yeah, well, I'll send it back. You just gotta send me that shipping label, whatever you call that, and then, okay, that's fine, because, well, sending things back isn't exactly cheap. I mean, this was a long time ago. I mean, honestly, I think this was back when I was starting this channel. I told a story about how I accidentally bought a bootleg NECA Predator figure, and obviously I think I paid like 30 or 40 something for it. I don't really know how much it was for. So obviously, I didn't think that was fair. Of course, I wrote to the guy and they said send it back, but it's like, hey, first of all, I don't have the freaking label. I'm gonna have to spend my own money just to send it back. And on top of that, how do I know you're even gonna give me my money back to begin with? You know what I mean? So you basically got ripped off. So I guess in the case of NECA, I have no idea how that even works. And mind you, it's the holidays. We're in December. How the hell are they gonna tell people, if you don't send it back in a couple of weeks, boom, you're banned from our website or whatever? I mean, it's so stupid and it's obviously so petty, especially considering that NECA is not a super private company. You can literally buy their products anywhere you go: Walmart, Target, Best Buy, FYE. Well, GameStop, not really. I don't know. I don't think I've never seen a NECA figure at a GameStop before. But whatever. I'm just putting it out there. Are they gonna go to those people and be like, "Oh, you see that guy? Nah, cut off." I don't understand. And a lot of people were theorizing too. People were like, is this an inside job? Is this like somebody trying to sabotage NECA? Because this is literally like out of the blue for them. They've never done weird, stupid shit like this. The only thing that I could think of as to like NECA taking the L is like when they were making some of the figures and they were like really fragile and all that. I know that was a problem for a while. They don't have that problem too much now. I mean, judging by the recent NECA figures I bought, which is not really saying much because I even said it too. I'm like, wow. This whole situation honestly puts a very, very sour taste in your mouth. And I even said it too. Do I even want to buy from them anymore after this? I mean, I hope either they apologize or hopefully maybe this is just like a mess up and then hopefully we could just move on and we could be friends again, right? I'm hoping that that's the conclusion. Something tells me though that might not be it. I mean, honestly, to end this video off, the next thing I gotta talk about is, I guess, their blind box order thing. Now, I don't know. I don't normally do this, I mean, like buying, it's like a, okay, how do I explain this, right? A couple websites do this from time to time, like a blind box. You pay like a some specific amount of cash, and then you could get like double or triple what you pay for. But it's like a mystery box per se. You don't really know what you're getting in it. So recently they were promoting that because it's the holidays, or it's either that or maybe they got like a whole shit ton of just NECA figures that they just want to get rid of. I don't know. I'm assuming that that's what it is, right? But apparently when some people actually did bought it and they actually received, some people actually got it pretty early, which is shocking because like I said, we're in December, it's the holidays, people were buying stuff like crazy. And then, don't even get me started with Amazon. Let's not even go there. Apparently somebody bought the TMNT bundle, which is great because finding NECA TMNT figures, it can be pretty hard sometimes. You're not always going to find all the new releases and all that. I mean, I've been pretty behind for a while too, so don't get me wrong. I can see why you would want to take that opportunity. But when people bought it, now these were pictures that were surfacing on like Twitter and stuff like that. There's a couple of sources, so I can't really find the exact place. I've heard this from like there's a YouTuber called Mad Hatter. I'll put his video down in the description or whatever just to kind of show. This is where I initially found this information, where apparently the person that bought the TMNT bundle did not get a bunch of TMNT figures. Instead, they actually got like the Universal Monster figures, which by the way, that's not what the person ordered. So that's a whole other mistake. It's like, wait a minute, this person probably spent like 200, 300 for, I don't even know, on a mystery box. They don't even know what's in it. All that they know is that it's full of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They open it, and it's not what they want. It's literally Universal Monsters, and it's like, okay, I mean, what do you even say to that? That's bad. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because of two reasons. One, who knows if this is supposed to be like damage control because of the situation that they got with the Donatello's laboratory set, right? Who knows? And two, this is basically the second time that they did wrong with their shipping. They make them now, it's like they're making too many mistakes. So it's like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on with this company that I used to love, right? What happened? And I want to go a little bit back to the whole sewer layer problem because there was somebody that actually was nice enough to want to return it, but they need a label for it. So when they emailed NECA the label, still haven't received it. So it's like, okay, and yet they're given a short amount of time to return it. Like, you know, come on, F you at that point. You know what I mean? Like, come on, that's ridiculous. You might as well keep the set, honestly. You deserve it after going through all that trouble, mate. Come on. And listen, by law, you don't have to give it back to them regardless. So, you know, I understand you want to be nice and all that, but listen, as someone who, apparently people say I'm really nice. I'm super nice, but I'm a little bit too nice. I don't know. As someone who's gone through that experience, you know, I don't know. Unfortunately, this is one of those situations where you can't really be nice. So I'm sorry to say this, but NECA, now you're really making too many mistakes here. My God, you know. I guess it's ironic considering some of the other stuff that's been going on lately. Like, I know that there's been talks of like Hasbro possibly losing the Marvel license, and you get idiots being like, yeah, you know, they shouldn't renew it. The MCU is not as good as it used to be. I'm like, you know, can you people like, no, like, come on. I'm debating real hard if I should really talk about that or not, only because I really don't know too much about the situation. So let me do a little bit of research before we talk about it. Next video, hopefully, it's going to be about good old Godzilla again. I want to really talk about their new figures, like the real feel and all that. I'll probably pre-record that right now, actually, because like right now I'm like, you know, I got the time, I got the energy. Let's do it, right? So until then, thank you guys, you know, for watching this video. You know, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see some more. NECA, you got a lot, man. You got to do better. This is, you know, and listen, this is just the perspective of seeing everything and seeing everybody else's initial reactions. To me, at least, it's not good. I'm just gonna say it, right? That's about it for now. So see you later.